back to the Big What's Up. I'm Tori Nagel.
And I'm Jacob Clore, and these are your awkward moments.
As Hokies, we may be way better than UVA, but we are not immune to our own awkward moments.
That's right, Tori. Even the most poised Hokie has fallen into the trap of at least one of these awkward moments. So this one is more of a personal story that I'm sure many Hokies can relate to. I was riding the bus one day my freshman year coming back from the math info. You know that horrible place on UCB? Stellar. Since it was the mid-afternoon, the bus was crowded as all get out, so I was stuck in the back standing up. Since I was a young and naive freshman, I had not figured out how to balance while the bus was moving. There was one particular moment when the bus driver decided to start driving rather quickly, and I completely lost my balance and fell on the group of people behind me. They asked if I was okay, and I said I was, but I was actually really flustered and embarrassed. So needless to say, I was afraid to stand up on the bus for a while after that.
I, as well, have an awkward bus story. I think buses are just dangerous for everyone involved, truly, particularly when you're a freshman, but this unfortunately happened to me last year. I was riding the bus home, and it was packed. It was probably like shortly after 5, so when the majority of classes were ended, so there were a ton of people. And someone at the last minute pulled the stop request sign, and since I was standing and, you know, on my phone, not really paying attention, in my own little world, as my parents would say, and I fell onto someone's lap. Just full on, just right for it. And you know, there's no way really like to recover from that smoothly. Like my face was red instantly because like that's just how I deal with embarrassment. Unfortunately, it's just painfully obvious. And I turned to the guy and I'm like, I'm sorry, haha, this is awkward. Because I thought, you know, maybe if we acknowledge the awkward, it would go away. But nope, I made it more awkward. So, yeah.
Okay, Tori. We'll get through this.
We will.
Jacob won't hear about this. As a student at our esteemed university, there are many rules you need to learn. One thing that instantly marks you as a freshman at Virginia Tech is if you look both ways on the drill field. The drill field is a one-way street, and if you look both ways, at least for cars, you make yourself look foolish and the upperclassmen watching you cringe just a tad.
The problem is I got into the habit of only looking in one direction. So whenever I would try to like go to like, you know, other places that aren't Blacksburg, there are obviously a lot more traffic, maybe not as friendly people. Here I am looking in one direction to cross the street, and many times I've had people grab me and drag me back. So
it's definitely a different culture in a lot of other places in the traffic world.
That's true. But one thing that's really great about the culture here is the Southern hospitality vibe we have going, particularly with the fact that we love holding the door open for people here. It's such a nice little touch, and it just really ties together our community, I think. But I'm still not good at determining when it's too awkward of a distance to leave the door open for someone. You know what I'm talking about. You're walking into a building like Korg, and they have the double sets of doors, so it's even more awkward, so you have to worry about, okay, do I say thank you twice? But you open the door, and you see the person coming, and then when you finally lock eye contact, I always feel so bad, because they'll usually like speed up their walking, because they're just like, oh, that's so nice of you, like, blah, 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 and I'm over here like, oh man, I should have waited. I could have kept walking. I did not mean to do this to you. So, I don't know, maybe one day I'll learn to get good at that. I highly doubt it.
We're all just awkward people at heart. Well, Virginia Tech's campus has a lot of places to trip. Whether you are climbing the stairs in McBride or find one with many cracks in the pavement, you are sure to attract the pity of passerbys. There's one particular set of stairs leading up to Owens that caused me to trip one day. Of course, I was running to the top because I was absolutely starving, and I guess I missed a step, and I tripped and fell. Now, tripping on stairs will definitely knock the wind out of you, and I felt so silly for falling. And I'm not the only one to fall on those stairs, as I've witnessed others do it too. Have you fallen on those stairs, Dory?
Not the Owen steps you're referencing specifically, but my freshman year, there were these set of steps that came down from the quad where I lived, and more often than not, I would slip on them. Particularly, you know, when it gets icy here in Blacksburg, like, it's all fair game. Anyone has an equal opportunity. And it's even worse for clumsy people like us.
Clumsy people, tall people.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, specifically those stairs in McBride that I just referenced, those get me every time. It's the way that they're designed. I always catch my sandals or my shoes. As Caitlin Forbish would call it, McBride is a building of death. It will try to kill you in every way possible.
I completely agree. Well, that's all we have for awkward moments.
But stay tuned, because when we come back, we will have Mary Desmond and Rachel Anderson with Girls vs. Food.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back to the weekly What's Up, friends. I'm Mary Desmond.
I'm Rachel Anderson,
And this is Girls vs.
Food. So this week we're making something you can eat, like we usually do on Girls vs. Food. But the crazy part is, the main ingredient is one that is usually used in making something you drink.
Wowza! Like, what? You heard us right, though. We're bringing back Kool-Aid, buds, and everyone's in middle school again. Just think about it. We're in middle school, it's your drink of choice, like Kool-Aid. Like, get home from school on a weekday, and you're just like, give us some Kool-Aid, we're at soccer practice, Mom. Okay, but what we're gonna do is put it into this batter and fry it. Deep fry it. Deep fried Kool-Aid.
Yep, fried Kool-Aid. We've managed to make Kool-Aid even more unhealthy. But I've never heard anyone say anything about fried sugar tasting bad. Like, next time we should do fried Oreos or something like that.
On the bright side, making fried sugar / Kool-Aid stuff is super easy. Like, you only need about 8 ingredients, most of which you probably already have in your fridge or pantry. And then, like, once you get them all together, like, that's the easiest part. And then, like, the frying them takes no time at all. It's just a little tricky, like, finding, like, how long you should let it sit and then flip it. Watch this video and
Watch it.
In my house, I know you thirsty, but please don't touch my Kool-Aid. Not my Kool-Aid. Don't drink my Kool-Aid. Not my Kool-Aid. Jigga, please don't touch my Kool-Aid. Not my Kool-Aid. Don't drink my Kool-Aid. Not my Kool-Aid. Yeah, it's hotter than your mama and an elephant in a sauna. I know you wanna drink my Kool-Aid, but you ain't gonna.
Okay, well, we're back with the
here we made fried Kool-Aid. It kind of looked like, okay, so you guys remember the show, was it the Teletubbies? They, like, the Teletubbies would, like, use their vacuums to, like, suck up weird, like, pink stuff. This is what the batter looked like. And
Try
it was
pulling it
weird.
apart. Try pulling it apart.
Ew!
It's how's this gonna digest? Okay.
Okay.
Well, it smells like. It smells like a mixture of sugar cookies and French fries. So fried sugar cookies.
I'm nervous.
But it
I'm
looks-
really nervous.
It's like a sponge too, aka all of that oil is
And,
inside
like,
of your sugar.
It made the batch made okay. So like, if you do this recipe, like modify it. Because it made a ton of batter, and I didn't use it all, and I felt
Who
really
eats
awful.
this?
Yeah,
Who?
who's like, I'm gonna make 5 Kool-Aid. What's snack time?
Who came up
No.
with this idea?
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
People with way too much time on their hands, and
Ew.
who don't care about
Oh,
their
yeah.
arteries. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You got a smaller bite than me.
I'm nervous. Like it's really.
It's literally kind of like cardboard, and my fingers are like
Yeah, really
shiny. That's okay. Ready? It tastes like nothing.
Literally tastes like nothing. Ah.
Kind of like oily. Like you know how the stove smells after you cook something with oil. That's what it tastes like.
I don't know what this tastes like.
And the aftertaste is like plastic. No, it's disgusting. Kind of like a hint of nail polish in there too.
Oh no. Yeah. No. What does this taste like? It tastes like.
I don't know what to do with my hands
Neither do
now.
I,
either.
they're oily. Well, you know.
No, there's definitely a hint of nail polish in
that's,
there.
yeah. Okay. Don't do this. Don't do it. Just.
Stick with Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid
You know
is
how
the way to
Nike's
go.
slogan is "Just do it." Yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it. Okay.
Who's
so,
the actor?
yeah. Huh?
Who's the actor? Just.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
There you go.
Okay, well, friends, oily fingers, that sums up this week's episode of Girls vs. Food. When we come back, though, we will have a crazy concoction for you to try.
Don't do it.
Don't
do it.
Just don't do it. Goodbye.
To Maddie.
Congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
Welcome back to the Weekly What's Up. I'm Alec Holcomb.
And I'm Jacob Clore,
and these are your Bible videos. Alright guys, so as you know that April Fool's was this past Friday, and as a result many companies tried to put up distracting Easter eggs or funny ads or whatever. But this ad for Apple Music, however, took the cake.
You don't have to call, I hit my dance like Usher, ooh. I just found my tempo like a DJ Mustard, ooh. I hit that Ginobili with my left hand, oh like, woo.
She looks so Was that really her? Don't worry, you guys. She's okay. Was that
Why do you have to embarrass my queen?
I have so many puns ready.
She's
for
so
this.
lovely. Oh, we'll go for them.
Go for them?
Yeah.
I mean, she's sliding on the cold hard ground.
Aha!
Yeah. And she went swiftly off the treadmill.
No!
Too bad she didn't bleed, because now we would have bad blood.
Aha!
And that's it. That's all I could find.
Third time's the charm, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I really like this ad because nobody pays for Apple Music, or who bothers with Apple Music, but I mean, they're clever. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to become the next Spotify, but too bad I still have my subscription for Spotify.
Remember, people, piracy is not a victimless crime.
That's very true.
With spring break in full swing for high schools across the country, high school juniors and seniors have the opportunity to tour their potential colleges. And for some reason, they always end up looking like this.
This is how they choose their mates.
Oh my god, Turner's!
Oh my gosh, Big Pride!
Oh my god, that's the engineering building!
Oh my gosh, Burris!
Is that a real Hubble scope?
Oh my gosh, West End has such good food!
Oh my god. Okay, so this was, I want to say proudly that this was not me when I was touring Virginia Tech.
Oh, this is totally me.
No, because like my older brother and older sister, or my older brother goes here, but I already saw Virginia Tech and I already knew that I wanted to go here, so we gotta, you know, I don't have to look around at anything, to be honest.
Well, Virginia Tech was the last school I toured, and I came here and it was like the Holy Grail. It was like Oz in The Wizard of Oz. It was just like the Hallelujah chorus was singing upon Burris, and I was just like, oh, this is the school for me. So
I thought Hogwarts, but it's fine.
Yeah,
whatever. I mean, I didn't get my acceptance letter from Owl, but
yeah,
whatever. The one thing that I will see, that I want to see from those tours that would be magical, would be the one of the tour girls just like walking backwards and completely just falling over. I would die if you actually fell over. Anyway, let's go to the next video. This may come as a surprise to you for the tens of viewers who are following us, but this next video is not an April Fool's joke. This is real. It actually is an April Fool's joke. April Fools, this is Heavy Bubbles.
Great job, guys. Thor, how can I be like you? The strongest man on earth.
Forward. People ask me.
Thor, how can I be like you? The strongest man on earth.
Well, the answer is right in front of your eyes. sparkling water.
This is my brand, Happy Bubbles. We have 2 kilos, 5 kilos, and 10 kilos.
What if I can't carry it?
If you can't carry, you can't drink. You die. You can even become stronger just by carrying it back home from the supermarket.
What if I bought other stuff?
Don't buy other stuff. Happy Bubbles, sparkling water that makes you sweat. Is something wrong with your head? Why would you believe such thing? It makes no sense. Plastic bottles are very bad for the planet. This is not from carrying water. This is irrelevant. With SodaStream, you don't carry plastic bottles, you don't sweat, and you make sparkling water from normal water at home, like me. This is not my home, this is a set, but believe me, I have a home. Not exactly like this, but also not very different, don't be annoying. SodaStream, plastic bottles.
So, do you think this guy is actually the strongest man in the world?
I mean, his nickname is the Mountain.
I mean, he is pretty buff.
Yeah, I mean, he is very ripped. I don't know. But I like I don't know, for me, like, being, like, going green is, like, something that I can get behind. And seeing that they're, like, going away from plastic bottles, completely dissing on that, I thought that was cool. And they did it in a clever way with the, I don't know, if I could lift those and break through glass, I don't care, that would be great. I'd get buff.
I think this video definitely takes a couple watches before you totally get it. So.
Oh, I watched it twice. I watched it quite a few times. I couldn't help but laughing the whole time.
So most of the time when I see ads on YouTube, I just hit the skip button. I know a lot of people are like, Jacob, you need to get Google Chrome because they have like the ad block feature or whatever. I don't care.
Jacob, you need to get Google Chrome because they have the ad block feature.
Anyway, this particular one by Reese's really takes the cake, and it actually made me stop and watch the ad because it portrays a very particular way to play basketball. So check it out.
No. Coach, what's up with practice? They say, if you can shoot a bowling ball, you can shoot a basketball.
Look out!
Some combos don't work. Reese's Puffs cereal does.
The perfect combination of peanut butter and chocolatey taste.
So this is Dodgeball the commercial, pretty much what I got out of this. Like, if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
And if you can pass a basketball, you can pass a bowling ball, am I right? Uh-huh. No?
No.
Okay.
No. I see some stupid middle schooler bringing a bowling ball from his dad's basement of stupid crap and just trying to roll it at the other kids while playing basketball. Probably get suspended, but I see it happening and popping up on my newsfeed. And you know what? I'm just going to sit there and laugh. I'm sorry, but like, I don't know, I get that they were trying to go for the parody ad, and the bowling ball thing was funny, but I don't know. It's just one of those commercials that has been done time and time again, and I just...
Hey, it made me laugh, so good job, Reese's. Good try.
That's all we have for final videos this week.
But stay tuned, because when we come back, we'll have Kevin Stefani and Zaid Farrell with TTG and the Basilisk.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to the Weekly What's Up. I'm Kevin Stefani.
I'm Zaid Farrah, and you're watching TTG and the Basilisk.
Get us started, Zeus. Who's been a good boy this week?
Well, out on an Easter egg hunt, a group of 6 to 12-year-olds in England have performed what is likely the first ever human arrow used to capture criminals. After one of the youths saw 2 suspected burglars hiding across the field, they all lay down on the ground in a way so as to fashion a giant human arrow pointing in the criminal's direction. A police trooper scanning the area nearby saw the human arrow and quickly realized its intended purpose. Judging from the ingenuity and quick action, I can safely assume that these kids had no problems locating the Easter eggs as well.
Nobody likes to snitch, huh?
No, nobody does, and they're learning so young to snitch. You know,
Someone should beat these kids up.
Yeah, they used to use a stick, but
yeah. Now they just put them in timeout.
now they reward them with Easter eggs.
Yeah, right? What is this?
Of all days.
I'm tired of
On Easter.
living in my generation. I wish I was alive in the 50s where you could
so
take a nice yardstick to a kid's neck.
You know, Kevin, the whole generation. Wish it was well, what do you have, old double TG Razzers? Razzers?
Razzers? Haven't you always wanted to communicate with other people via holograms like they did in Star Wars? Wouldn't that be so much more fun and easier than using FaceTime? Well, Microsoft has finally done it this time. They have introduced a new technology called HoloLens, which is capable of rendering a hologram that is very similar to Star Wars, but only better because it is not blue and is not all grainy. What a time to be alive, is it?
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I mean, I'd get it immediately. But the thing is, like, what if, like, you have, for example, just like an angry ex or something, and like, you know, sure, like you can ignore it, but then what if it goes into like sort of voice recording?
So you have to be wearing a visor to see the hologram.
So you can just take the visor.
But you know, I did a little bit of research on this, and it was posted on March 27th. So I'm pretty sure this is an April Fool's joke. But if it is an April Fool's joke, I'll feel.
Well, I mean, it's about time, you know. It's not too hard. I've looked up that stuff
you know?
myself, you know, a while ago. It's interesting.
It'd be cool.
Yeah. So Chief Keef don't like no snitches, Kevin, and neither do I.
No.
I hear you're recently deficient. You're decently deficient. Recently decently deficient. Has a yellow belly snitch involved. Would you care to share this with us?
Absolutely, Zaid. This week's Decently Deficient is going to Lakers basketball star D'Angelo Russell. The rookie has been in the spotlight this past week after recording a video of his teammate and fiance of Iggy Azalea, Swaggy P, or Nick Young, talking about some sexual relations he had with a 19-year-old girl while he was together with Iggy. Somehow, the video got released from his phone, and the world has gone mad with memes and anger towards the snitch D'Angelo Russell. Swaggy P was in the wrong to cheat on the greatest rap artist in the game, Iggy Azalea, but that was none of D'Angelo's business, and he should not have been recording that, and he's now paying the price for his stupidity. The rest of the team won't even talk to him, and they're refusing to pass him the ball during games. You just hate to see this, don't you, Zay?
Wait, so who cheated on him? Swaggy P?
Swaggy P cheated on his fiance,
Right.
Iggy Azalea.
Right.
D'Angelo Russell took a
Recorded
video
it
of him
and posted
talking
it.
about it,
Yeah.
and somebody else posted it. They got it from his phone, and they posted it.
So
So
according
now-
to Swaggy, according to D'Angelo.
What do you mean?
And
Yes.
like allegedly someone
Yeah,
else posted
right.
it.
It wasn't on his
Probably
account.
wasn't. But
I mean,
isn't
could
it kind
be.
of revealing someone cheating on him?
Yeah.
So as much as he is a yellow belly snitch,
Yellow snitch.
you know, that can't be right, right?
No, I agree.
That's
But it's not a
decently
business.
deficient.
Oh.
Everybody is wrong. I think that's the lesson we learned.
True. Everyone is wrong.
Yeah.
Well, Zaid, I heard that your decently deficient involves some connery as well. Please serenade us.
In what is now recognized as the single largest leak of secret documents in journalistic history, the Panama Papers, as they're being called, have described the methodology of how the ultra-rich elite have evaded taxes, laundered their money, and otherwise engaged in corruption on a massive scale. The papers record the past 40 years of transaction history of a Panama law firm called Mossack Fonseca, and they have also illuminated high-profile clients and middlemen in this massive corruption ring, which involves 72, well actually it's 12 current leaders, and I think the total is 72 current and former world leaders, as well as implicating up to 120 public officials across the entire globe. I don't know why all these people are keeping their money in one crime ring. You know, it's kind of stupid. There's so many offshore places. Like I'd keep it in like
I would put it back in Switzerland.
Belize or someplace. I don't know. But it's 11.5 million documents in size and 2.7 terabytes of information. It's being referred to as the biggest blow in offshore tax evasion and corporate corruption industry it's ever taken.
Wow.
So yeah, it's crazy. That's pretty indecent.
Who leaked it?
Huh?
Who leaked it?
An anonymous dude who said that he wants neither financial nor any other form of compensation. He just wants
He just
the
wants
truth to be out.
gain voters for Bernie Sanders, huh?
Well, that might be the result. Nah, they're all, yeah. That's crazy. But the Prime Minister of Iceland's being asked to resign over it, and many other people.
I always would have thought Iceland was just, you know, a little innocent country up there, you know.
Yeah, freezing, you know, what can you do? It's
Playing
too cold.
hockey, you know. Apparently they're just laundering a bunch of money in
Do
Panama.
they play hockey? Iceland?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Iceland. Right, I mean, well, it's actually more green than you would think.
It's more green than you would think.
So let's see what we have that's important and unimportant questions this
Yeah,
week.
let's-
Yeah,
let's
alright,
do
let's
it.
go
Let's
do
do
it. So, accordion legs, right? I mean, that was an easy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
Really?
Yeah. Because
Thank you for that, because
So
I'd like
why?
to hear your reasons.
Okay.
So why would I want accordion legs?
Accordion legs. You realize how difficult it is to walk places with accordion legs.
But, okay, so...
it's not just the sound.
Well, can I walk then? Can I walk with accordion
You have
legs?
accordion legs. You make. I don't know.
I would get braces for my legs so they don't squeak as much.
So you'd rather have braces on your accordion legs than have a big belly button. Just wear a shirt over it. That only
It sticks out and sways, you know, constantly. How am I supposed to talk to anybody? And what if they play music and trying to talk and it's just like, you know, grooving? It's like, how do you have a serious conversation?
right?
Although, really, accordion legs would be.
But accordion legs would be such a nuisance in so many ways. You walk into a job interview,
right,
and then you're making.
And that's less of a distraction to the interviewer than having a swaying. What if he's got elevator music, you know, nice smooth jazz, and
Then your belly button sways to it, and it's not awkward. Standing in elevators is so awkward to start with. If you had a 10-inch long swaying belly button, how much better would that
I mean,
be?
that's a good point. They are pretty awkward.
Yeah.
But I think it could get more awkward.
I mean, just walking down the street, if you're walking into a subway, people are gonna hate you. You might get shanked because
They're
your legs
not-
won't shut up.
I think someone would just take the initiative and walk up and chop off the 10-inch belly button that you have. Because it
Which would
just
be better than
ridiculous.
someone taking the initiative and walking up and chopping it off.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
two
so in
accordion
the event
legs,
that happens, if I can get this, whatever it is, removed, then yeah, I would choose, you know, the option for which I have neither accordion legs nor swaying belly button.
But
to
then
music.
you would pick the belly button, so you could cut that off and still have legs.
Right. So you can cut.
Plus, like, what a hit at concerts would be if you had a swaying belly button.
Because
You just
that's
went
the argument
shirtless.
that's worth making, Kevin.
I think it is.
What a hit you'd be at concerts. All right,
Well,
so
you'd be annoying at concerts if you didn't, because you would have accordion legs ruining all the music.
I mean, it'll drown out your accordion legs. Accordion legs. Imagine how nice you'd be in Paris. You know, yeah, you're sailing down on a gondola.
Or you could have.
Or in Venice.
No,
I don't know. Is it Venice?
Or you could
They
have.
have those in the sun.
A belly button that sways to accordion music in Paris.
Yeah, no, that would.
And then you put out a hat and you make a bunch
just
of
don't
euros.
see that working for anybody.
Stronger than
You know
dollar
what I
right
mean?
now, you know.
But if you can get it removed, I think I'm with you. I think I would rather have the removable 10-inch thing on my belly button.
I'm going with a 10-inch belly button anyway.
Not that I
just,
don't.
I just think it's the better
Alright,
option. Accordion legs just seem terrible.
Yeah.
And you can't play soccer or like, you know.
Not as bad as permanent
Yeah.
swaying appendage on your belly button to music.
We have to
Probably
agree
even
to disagree.
dubstep's included in there, right?
Oh god, why would you listen to
Does it
dubstep
cease to
anyways?
dubstep? Just do that.
It probably just goes crazy.
All right. Well, on that note, let's end this week's episode.
Yeah, well.
Have a good week,
About
everyone.
time. Have a good week. We'll see you next time on
TTG and the Bastards.
TTG and the Bastards.
That's us.
Okay, zoom out. More. Why is Tori so straight?
I never stand up straight.
I like this. He has fallen into the trap, but at least one of these awkward moments. So this is. Sorry.
That's what that is.
I'm Alec Holcomb, and I stand like this. I sit like this.
I do
Jacob
that
Ford,
too.
I sit like
I do
this.
that too, though.
All right. So, what would you have? All right, God. Yeah. All right. Well, what do you have? Well, okay, let me speak that in English.
Yeah.